Hey, how you doing, Mary? I know, I'm sorry. Can you hear me okay? We're testing some things out today. So I want to make sure you can hear me. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let me get that going. That's going. Awesome, okay. I'll explain when I go live well, I am live. You know what I mean. When I start to show what I'm testing today, we're kind of testing everything. So let's see what happens. Let me know if you can hear this. Can you hear that? Oh, it helps to put my headphones on so I could hear it. Did you hear anything there? By chance? No? Alright, hold on one sec. Let me see what that would be. Damn, I don't know what that would be. Oh, that's me. I can hear me. We don't need that. You heard me move? Okay. Yeah, I moved. Let's see. Let me see if I can do this. Are you hearing me double time? Let's see. Can you hear that now? No, that's not working. That's not it. Well, crap. Let's see. I don't even know what that one means. No. Oh, where? I don't know what else that one's. Microphone and sources. So everything should be. Now, what's going on here? Okay. Cable out. See, this is why we test. Oh. Let's see, do I have my Elgato sound? No, I don't have my Elgato sound. Yeah, thank you for letting me know that's disabled. Let's try this one. Can you hear that? Did you hear that one? Damn it. There's so many. I don't know. I don't know what else that would be. I don't know. That means you're not going to be able to hear that. So, see, this is why I test. Oi, I'll figure it out someday. Maybe. Just maybe. Oh, there you go. See, what I'm doing is, let's see. Well, my internet's like, no. There we go. See, this is why I go live just a little bit early to freaking figure this shit out. Oh, sign in everywhere. Why can't I just keep being signed in? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't try. Let me see. Let me see if you hear this. Maybe it's just because it's on a different thing. Do you hear that? How do I get it back to... Crap. Really? No? Okay. Okay. Oh, I might have to pay. Well, we'll see what happens. See, that's why I love you guys. You sit there and help me out. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I just don't know where I can put the sound to... I can try that, but I don't think... No, that's not coming in. That's not showing up as it's coming in. Okay, you can hear me there. Line in. Ain't there. It ain't that. Maybe that. No, it's got to come in. Hey, Freaky Geek, what's up? No, I'm just testing stuff, before I go live. make it, trying to get something to work right. So you haven't missed much. Not much at all. How you doing today, Freaky Geek? How you doing? No, it's not you. Maybe if I go, let's see what happens when we say live. No, that's too much. You know what? Oy vey. This is why we test, right? Oh, you getting some rain. Getting some rain. I don't need that. Up. For everybody listening, just so you know, I'm just testing out stuff, so keep me logged in. Live page. I don't know how to go live on here. Yeah. Yeah, set it. Oh, God. I'm coming, guys. I swear to God. Download. Download. Hit the biggest button you find. I know, right? I should. No, Freaky Geek, I'm using different thing. Uh, so I'm testing something new. But not the red one? Oh, but I wanted to press the red one. Damn it. You're no fun. Doodaloo. All right, here we go. Yes, I agree. That's true. What if all the buttons, I'm only seeing, you know. I'm only seeing red buttons. What's that? What do I do then? Well, how do I go live, people? Anybody, I apologize to anybody listening. I swear I'm going to go live. I'm just trying to figure this crap out. We got some good stories today on Freaking News. Get born again. Fumes. Oh, what are you running? Sure, we'll install that too. You're running on fumes? I actually slept pretty good last night, believe it or not. Oh, what system am I? I'm Windows. But what I'm trying to get is my podcast live. But the thing of it is the system that I'm using, I can't figure it out. Oh, meant to go live. Oh, well, usually I go live with StreamYards. Oh, no, that's not what I want. But if I can bypass StreamYards, and I can't talk and type at the same time. I'm finding this out. If I go live with Stream or Restream, just Restream instead of StreamYards, it'll save me money. You can't. No, it's definitely not Streamlabs. I mean, you can go live with Streamlabs, but well, what happened? Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's skip the intro. I don't need to. Okay. Okay, I'm glad I can bypass that. No. How do you like hearing? How to choose? Channels 1 and 2, yes. Okay, yes, I can hear the sound. Save. We want to use my Yeti microphone. Test, 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 test. That's okay, guys. That's okay. Oh, I don't want to hear my voice. Save, yes. All right, we're done. Save. Okay. Okay, that we got. Let's see. Okay, thank you for letting me know to press start to go live. Thank you. Thank you. I need this bigger. Why the hell can't I get it bigger? Wow, really? Oh, window. Preference. On. No blocked users. Nobody's blocked yet. No, but you can still hear me, right? You can hear me okay still? Okay, good. Okay, that's good. Let me see if you can hear this. Not that. Downloads. Not that. Can you hear this? I can't hear that. Can you guys hear that? Nope, just me? Okay. Why can't I hear that? Damn it, I thought, all right, screw it. I'll just do it my way. All right, let's go ahead. Are you freaking kidding me? All right, we'll go ahead and just do this. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Yeah, it was the intro. Can you guys hear that? Hey, Mike. See, that's what I'm having the problem with. Now, I can share my screen for you guys to hear it, right? But the only thing about sharing with Restream, maybe if I can find it, I don't know where the hell I put Restream. There it is. Okay, say I do that, right? Can you guys hear that? No? Shit. Oh, no, stop. No, why is it going? Stop. Okay, so I'm still going to have to use, in my opinion, that I'm going to still have to use StreamYards because I can't get any sound to come through. I'm not so good. See, all right, let's go ahead and we'll do the big screen. Maybe. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. See, my computer's like, screw you, Missy. The thing of it is, with StreamYards, I can share the screen and play the music, right? With Restream, it looks like they don't have, you can share the screen and everything, but it don't look like that they have the audio setups. Now I've screwed it all up. Now I've just screwed it all up. All right. Let's get rid of that. Did I finally make it onto the screen? Oh, see, this is why we test. Yeah, the ghost in the computer. See how I am? What the hell? This is why we test, right? So yeah, so StreamYards, when I share my screen so you guys can see the screen and you can hear the audio, they take care of all the audio stuff for me. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm just, oh shit. I knew that. I was just seeing if you guys knew that. That's what that was. I was just seeing if you guys saw it, you know. Oh, okay. I am doing good, Mike. How are you? How are you, Freaky? Mary and anybody else that's in here? How are you doing? What's going on? See, this is why I test, right? So my full thing that I want to do is basically when I go live, I want to go live on my radio station, okay? Which in turn goes live on my podcasts. So I can convert everything into one. But I'm not a sound person. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to. I don't know, Freaky Geek. I wasn't on here. I wasn't on here when it all crashed. I heard about it. I saw people freaking out and stuff like that. My Wi-Fi was going. They're working on stuff around here, so like we're supposed to have outages and stuff like that going on. Well, yeah, I can say I want my voice to come through my my Yeti mic. I know that setting. That's about it. You know, this is why I don't stream right from OBS, because I don't know sound settings. I'm not a sound person. So I make it, you know, look like I know what the hell I'm doing, but really, I have no clue. But yeah, I saw everybody freaking out. I guess people were losing their videos, but they came back, right? Everything's working well now, as far as I know. At least I hope so. At least I hope so. But I hope everybody is doing well. Like I said, today I'm not using StreamYards. Today I'm just using Restream. So if anything goes wrong, blame them, okay? Yeah, I saw your post, Freaky. I saw your post on Facebook, and I was like, damn. I was like, damn, that's ringing in the ears. That's not good. I was like, I could, you know, I'm used to it though. I'm used to it with our rolling brownouts and everything, so it's, you know. Never heard of who, Lunar? Damn it, Ron. You got me that time. Hey, Ron, how you doing this morning? Thank you so much for the ice cream. I swear he does that just to give me heart attacks. No, I thank you very much, Ron. I appreciate it. That's going to be Ron's intro right there. I hope everybody is doing well. Oh, Restream? I use Restream. That's how I get my streams everywhere, from YouTube to Facebook to DLive to Twitch to Twitter to Mixer, all that. Oh no, Freaky Geek. Well, see, the thing of it is if like if you go to DLive and you're watching a stream on DLive, if you share it out and people come, you get lemons on it every time you share it out and people come to watch the stream. Yeah. Yeah. You should. You should. Like I said, I'm always going to you know, stream from my YouTube. And oh, you were asking about copyright claim. I get copyrighted claim all the time. I'll probably get a copyright claim because Ron gave me an ice cream and I got the yay, even though it's through DLive, I get a copyright claim. So that stuff don't bother me. Now, if I get a copyright strike, that's a different story. No, up at the top of the where the chat is, there's a little arrow that goes like this. If you hit that, it'll ask you if you want to share to Twitter or to Facebook or anything like that. I don't know how many lemons off the top of my head you get for each person to come in there. There's Ron. I love that little guy. I love that little skeleton Reaper guy. I was going to say Creeper guy. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get going. Shall we get into the freaky news? Like I said, it's going to be weird because when I share, what's nice about Restream too is that they're trying to get it just like StreamYards, sharing and everything, but the audio is not going to come through. Found that out, right? And that was one of my big questions with it. I mean, it's good for today. I don't think I have any audio to come through except me, just me. So we're good right now. But I just applied for Restream to have more than because right now on Restream, they are having 4 people on panel. They're trying to get it like StreamYards, right? But I did apply for up to more than 10 people on panel, just in case I do have a live stream that has, I probably won't, you know what I mean? But that's true. That's true, Freaky Geek. But they still come through, my D Live. So when people give me lemons and ice creams and diamonds and stuff, that's a copyright claim. And I'm not even sharing the screen. I'm just going live. So, that would be, they'll get you for anything, Freaky Geek. Just like if I sit here and had my cell phone here and say somebody called me and my ringtone came up, I'd get a copyright claim for that. So it's, Are you trying to do a freaky bunch? That depends, Ron. What do you mean? So I was going to test out my phone line today, which it works on my end. Like when I call my radio station number, it works. But I'm just going to have to go live on. You're the only freaky that I've seen, yes. You're the one and only Freaky Geek. Nobody could ever replace you. But yeah, it tests on my end real well. But getting it to the live stream so you guys can hear the caller and stuff, again, I got to fiddle around with it. So let's go ahead and get into the news, shall we? Shall we? So, and the only thing is too is I don't come on stream when I share, which is weird. The first story I have for you guys today is revisited the mystery of the A3 ghost crash. I almost said crap. So apparently, a chance sighting of a car accident by a member of the public spawned an urban legend that endures to this day. Yeah, it does kind of sound naughty, doesn't it, Freaky Geek? Britain's roads and motorways are certainly no stranger to tales of the unexplained, with stories of phantom hitchhikers and tormented apparitions being commonplace along some of the stretch of the road. One of the most peculiar such sightings occurred on December 11th, 2012, when a member of the public called the police to report a car accident. No biggie, right? A vehicle had been seen losing control and leaving the road on the A3 near the emergency slip road at Burpham. When police arrived at the scene, they were initially unable to find any signs of the crash. However, it didn't take them long to discover a Vauxhall Astra in a ditch nearby, obscured by undergrowth. Disturbingly, the remains of the driver were also discovered at the scene. What made the tragic discovery all stranger, however, was that the fact that the car and the victim had seemingly been lying there undiscovered for over 5 months. The deceased turned out to be a man wanted for robbery that had taken place in July of that year. So if the crash occurred 5 months before, how did the witness see the car leaving the road? Did they witness a ghostly replay of the accident? To this day, no definitive explanation has ever been found. Pretty wild, right? Can you imagine? You going down the road, seeing a car accident, not thinking nothing of it, and here it was. There's the link to that one. And here it was 5 months before is when the crash took place. Now, I would have asked, I wish they would have said if the person had named what kind of car it was, or could they see, you know, what color the car was or anything like that, that would have been odd. That would have been very odd. Crazy. Crazy stuff. So the next story we have, maybe, because, you know, my computer's like, oh, hell no, you're working me too much here, has to do with space and astronomy. So the X-37B is set to launch on a new mystery mission. So this, I guess, this shuttle and its activities has long remained a topic of intrigue. The U.S. military's secretive space plane is due to launch May 16th. That's tomorrow, with a cargo full of experiments. The notably enigmatic vehicle, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, which looks like a miniature version of NASA's retired space shuttle, was originally designed to repair satellites before NASA discontinued the project and passed it over to the U.S. Department of Defense 16 years ago. Since then, it has launched on a series of increasingly lengthy missions, the most recent lasting a record-breaking 780 days, during which is reportedly testing experimental technologies. Now, for its upcoming sixth flight, it has been revealed that the X-37B will be carrying more experiments than ever before. One of those, which is designed by NASA, will examine the effects of space radiation on seeds, while another, which is the design of the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory, will transform solar power into air radio microwave frequency. Let's try that again. Will transform solar power into radio frequency microwave energy. It also deployed the Falcon S-8, a satellite developed by the U.S. Air Force Academy. The mission will launch May 16th and has been named OTV-6, Orbital Test Vehicle-6. I think, yeah, I thought they did too. I think they're doing more testing on it. They want to make sure that the radiation don't. The only thing is the radiation on seeds and that don't. I think as the plant's grown, it would still have radiation through it, right? I mean, I know radiation like dissipates after fallout, but it takes like years, don't it? The X-37B team continues to apply that kind of lean, agile, and forward-leaning technology development we need as a nation in the space domain, said U.S. Force Chief of Space Operations General J. Raymond. Each launch represents a significant milestone and advancement in terms of how we build, test, and deploy space capabilities in a rapid response manner. 50 to 100 years? Yeah, why? Why? I'm looking at the camera like you guys can see me. Yeah, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. I don't want to eat any vegetables that have radiation. You know what I mean? I really don't want to eat any that have radiation. It's just, I'm trying to quit. Trying to quit radiation. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I can't see anything. Why? Or to find out, to microwave. I mean, mind you, microwave frequencies or radiation doesn't really, it hurts us, but it don't hurt us like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's normal. We have normal radiation from microwaves, right? I don't see why putting anything into why make more of it? Hey, Tamara, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. That's true. No worse than wearing headphones and putting your ear to the mic to hear about it. That's true. I can understand that. Hey, Freaky Geeks over on D Live. He's jumping around on me. Ron's jumping around on me. But yeah, no, I don't see why we need more radiation. I mean, I don't know. So the next story we have is NASA will reportedly be working with actor Tom Cruise to film a movie in the International Space Station. Oh, I like that, Ron. That is wicked cool. Oh, you're doing your virtual jumping jacks? There you go. That's the way to do it. So while there have been plenty of movies based in space, none of them have actually been filmed in a real-life space station, until at least now. On Tuesday, NASA confirmed that they will be working alongside veteran Hollywood actor Tom Cruise on a new movie that would be at least partially filmed aboard the ISS. The action adventure will reportedly involve SpaceX, suggesting that perhaps the private space firm will be providing the transportation to ferry equipment and all personnel to the orbiting outposts. Whether Cruise himself will be heading to the station as part of filming, however, remains unclear. NASA is excited to work with Tom Cruise on a film aboard the space station, said NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine. We need popular media to inspire a new generation of engineers and scientists to make NASA's ambitious plans a reality. Well, what are those? Yeah, right, Ron? I hear you. I'm right there with you. What are those ambitious plans that they have? Last year, NASA confirmed that it would be working to enable private astronauts to fly to the ISS for up to 30 days at a time. Something that is looking increasingly plausible now with the space agency is aiming to launch 2 astronauts from U.S. soil above a Crew Dragon spacecraft later this month. If commercial flights do become commonplace, it is certainly not outside the realms of possibility that Cruise himself could blast off to the ISS to film part of a movie in space. Whatever the case, it certainly makes for some interesting viewing. Yeah, they can keep them up there. I believe it. I believe I'm right there with you guys. Yeah, why? What did I say, Freaky Geek? What did I say? You guys know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, to me, that just, I feel like, okay, what are they planning to urge people to do? I mean, I know they're planning to urge people to go visit outer space and that. I get that, but no, it's probably my mouth, Freaky Geek. It was probably you know how I speak. I have a bunch of Missyisms, it's all good. But it makes me wonder what they're trying to accomplish fully. You need to make more tea? Ron, I got coffee here. You want some coffee? Cheers, buddy. Yeah, we know that they want to colonize Mars. Definitely. Definitely. But it's like, who's in this race with us? I mean, I know everybody's in the race with us, but I don't know. I feel like there's a bigger picture of why they want us, kind of like yesterday, how sad it was. I mean, it was great. It was such an awesome thing for my town to do, Valdez. We have a tsunami warning system that goes off every Wednesday at 5 p.m. And so, yesterday they're getting ready for the kids' graduation, and even though the graduation has to be at home, obviously, they're gonna blast music through it. And yesterday they played at noon, "It's a Wonderful Life," or "What a Wonderful Life." I'm sorry, "What a Wonderful World." Apparently, I'm going to Christmas. Um, and the thing of it is it was so beautiful to hear that song, but it's like, okay, what's coming? What's coming that you guys, I don't know. It was just that quick thought. It was a beautiful gesture, and come to find out, I guess we have to watch out for a tsunami anyway because of landslides. So, I don't know. I don't want to know about that. There you go, Tamara. Something stronger than coffee. I hear you. Well, it's only 10:35 here in the morning, so none of that yet here. All right, so the next thing I got for Freaky News Friday is mysterious radio burst picked up in our own galaxy. For the first time, astronomers have picked up a fast radio burst within the confines of the Milky Way. Fast radio burst, which would milliseconds yet generate as much energy as the sun does in an entire day, have remained something of an enigma since the discovery back in 2007. Previous examples of the magnetic phenomenon have been detected in distant parts of the universe. But now, astronomers using Canadian Hydrogen Intensity Mapping Experiment, or CHIME for short, radio telescope have found the first example originally from within our own galaxy. Not only that, but they believe that they may have actually identified the source. The key lay in the detection of a series of gamma ray bursts by the independent observatory that appeared to be coming from the same place as the newly detected fast radio burst. The point of origin, a type of neutron star known as magnetar, due to its very strong magnetic field, is situated 30,000 light years away and is known to produce periodic bursts of gamma rays. That's right, Ron. One possibility is that it could be due to what's known as starquakes, which occur when the intense... What about all these quakes? What the hell? Must be from Gamma, a giant turtle. Hey, you never know. One possibility is it could be due to what known as starquakes, which occur when the intense gravity and magnetic field of the star build up tension that's suddenly released. As things stand, however, it is unclear if this is what's producing the fast radio burst in this case. So, you never know. You never know. Do we have visitors out there in our own galaxy, not just far, far away? There's the link to that. You never know, right? You never ever know. I'm going through these fast today, honey child. I don't know where that came from. It's been a long morning. I don't know why. You know what it is I slept really good last night. I slept really good. My back hurts a little bit this morning, but nothing like it has been. So I am a happy, happy camper. Happy, happy camper. It came from deep within. That's right. It did. It did. Hey, Shrimp Shack, how you doing, hon? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. The next story I have comes from India. An eerie female ghost enforces a lockdown in India. I don't know if that's the ghost. Probably not. Oh, maybe. You wouldn't want to run into her on a dark night. Yeah, she's a little creepy. A ghostly costume figure has been scaring residents into staying indoors in the Indian village of Odisha. Back in April 17th, we covered the story of volunteers dressing up as ghosts in the Indonesia's Kepa village in an attempt to scare people into complying with the coronavirus lockdown restrictions. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's an idea that seems to have been getting around, as it's since been reported that a woman in India has been doing pretty much the same thing while dressed up as a specter. It very well could be an AI. I did read while going through the news that those robots that look like dogs, the yellow and black ones, they're using them in, where was it? I don't know, some other country, to keep people inside. With long black hair, chalk white skin, and black flowing sari. Sorry, I don't know what those are called. Sawari. I don't know. The woman has turned more than a few heads recently, and according to reports, has proven quite effective in making them stay in. Oh no, did I click on that? No, okay. She was allegedly hired by the village council to help support efforts to enforce the lockdown. This does not seem like a scene from a comedy horror film, said film director Maharati Anand. Yeah, I know it's I knew it was a fabric, and I know the name of it. I just can't say it. Latest tactics adopted to keep people indoors at night. Yeah, that would creep me out. I will say. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for liking the stream, Nicole. Thank you. Sorry. Like my face just won't say it. Did I say it right? Sorry. My face just won't say it. Let alone my lips. So yeah, that would freak me out. Would that freak you guys out? If you saw that coming down the street? It's just like the clowns here. We're used to that. They already ruined it. They ruined the clowns for us, with clowns. You know what I'm trying to say. Apparently, thank God it's Friday, right? You had a power nap? Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. No clowns? Clowns scare you? They don't scare me. That's not one thing that I'm scared of. Yeah, if she was transparent, then it would more freak you out. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. I definitely agree with you there. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't get scared as much as some people, but I am human. I do get, obviously, because every time Ron comes into the room and gives me an ice cream, I jump. No, I'm very prone to jump scares. I'm very prone to, that's why I don't watch a lot of videos that say, oh, is this a ghost? Because I'm scared that it's going to be like, blah. Mice and rats scare you? They don't scare me, Nicole. Those don't scare me. You want to get me to jump? Put a centipede in front of me. That's because centipedes are unnatural. Millipedes, not so much. I don't know why that works that way, that I'm not freaked out about millipedes. But centipedes, they move unnaturally. The lady came from, Centralia, Pennsylvania, right? I know, right? If anybody don't know what Centralia, Pennsylvania is, that's based on the movie like Silent Hill, but not really. It's on fire underneath. I think it's the way it moves. Like, it moves like, I don't know, it's unnatural. Centipedes should not be alive. Centipedes should not, no. Nope. And they're hard to kill. I used a whole can of Raid on one. I mean, I probably didn't need to use a whole can of Raid, but I did. Used a whole can of Raid on one, and I couldn't get the thing to die. And then after it died, I was like trying to sweep it up, and I'm like gagging the whole time. It was bad. It was a long time ago, and it was a bad situation. But I did find out what kills them quickly. If you put Dawn soap on them. Yeah, that's exactly why it's the smoke from the, underneath still burning. Ron, yeah. If you ever see, did it give you that Silent Hill feeling? I'm telling you, the first year I moved up here, we had a fog. Now I know what fog is, right? But we have clouds that come down, and create fog. And I'm telling you, the first time that really happened here, since I moved here, yeah, I felt like I was in Silent Hill. I think I have a video up on my Facebook with it. I felt like I was in Silent Hill. It's like, this is creepy. Yeah. Yeah, because nobody can live there. It's all burning underneath. If I remember right, it's from garbage, right? Like burning tires and stuff that they buried, like a landfill. But now it's the whole town. The next thing I have now, this is not going to have any sound. That's what sucks. I'm going to talk to or send an email to the Restream people and see if we can get sound added when we share the screen. But viewer spots eerie figure in virtual TikTok video. So I guess this guy was doing a TikTok, but this thing right here popped up. Who or what is the unexplained extra? Social media users were quick to spot a particular extra poking its head around a corner in the background. Okay, that's what it was, Ron. Yeah, they burned the landfill coal vein. Gotcha. Thank you for clearing that up. I remember it had something to do with, a landfill, but I couldn't remember what. With most people now stuck at home all day due to the coronavirus lockdown, many have chosen to share what they've been up to on social media, with trending video sharing platform TikTok proving to be one of the most popular destinations thanks to its simple and addicting format. One recent upload video, however, which shows TikTok user Rubik's Cube or underscore cube showing off his dance move to Doja Cat's Say So. Everybody's doing TikTok, Nicole. Quickly went viral for rather an unexpected reason. Despite the fact that Ruben clearly mentions learning the dance while being home alone, eagle-eyed users wasted no time in spotting a figure poking its head around the wall at the top of the stairs. The peculiar appearance of the figure, coupled with an eerie movement, sparked a cascade of comments from other users, and footage has since racked up over 1.8 million views. Not me either, freaky geek. A later video showing people's reaction to the figure has been viewed over 6 million times. When some users accused Ruben of staging the footage, he later followed up with a comment stating that this was not the case and that he had been having trouble sleeping since the incident. He said that he could not have had, or that he does not have any pets, but that the house is situated near a cemetery. So could the footage of evidence be something paranormal, or is it a little more than a hoax? You can check out the original TikTok video for yourself. So here we go. Like I said, there's going to be no sound. Or apparently it's not going to play that good. Let's see. Come on, real. Well, at least we'll get to see it in slow motion, right? Sorry, guys. He got the moves. Well, that was it. Did you see anything? Did you guys see anything? Maybe. Nicole. Right, Ron? I mean, I see a shadow, but I think it's been there the whole time. Maybe not. Damn, I wish it would. I don't know. Do you guys see it? I mean, I do, but I don't. That sucks. Well, here, I'll let you guys. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? And then maybe after the stream I can go back and look at it. I don't know. Paste. Thank you. You guys can look for yourself and see. Yeah, me neither, Freaky Geek. So, I mean, maybe it's because it could be because it was going so slow, but I don't know. Or glitching, you know what I mean? But there's a link for you guys if you want to go look at it yourself. Hey, Alyssa. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully I said your name right. The next story is the U.S. Navy patents tech to create a plasma UFOs. Dun, dun, dun. Does the U.S. Navy know how to create phantom aircraft? New technology makes it possible to create phantom images of aircraft to fool heat-seeking missiles. Okay, good. I'm glad I did. Welcome to the stream. Protecting military aircraft from enemy missiles has long proven a major challenge for engineers, with conventional solutions such as decoy flares giving away to more advanced options such as laser-bored infrared countermeasures in more recent years. According to a 2008 patent describing the system, there can be multiple laser systems mounted on the back of the air vehicle, which each laser system generating a ghost image such that it would appear to be multiple air vehicles present. This opens up interesting possibility, what if the unidentified aerial phenomena UPAs pursued and recorded by Navy pilots in the video clips recently released by the Pentagon were produced by such a system as this. Exactly. This is exactly what we talked about before with, hey, Ahmed's in the chat. Watch out, guys. We've talked about this before where the fake alien invasion that the U.S. wants to, this is just proving that it can happen. Not that it's going to happen, but it can happen. Okay. All right, Nicole, I'll look. I'll look after the stream. So, what if the TikTok and the Gimlin and all that were produced by the Pentagon? My sound slow down? Like, am I? Damn it, I thought I was talking fast. If they were projected images rather than real aircraft, it might explain a few things. Then again, if the Navy was actually capable of doing something like this, why would the Pentagon declassify and release footage showing the system in action? That's true. The search for the answers continues. And of course, that's the, Gimlin and the Tic Tac and that. Well, Nicole, the thing of it is a lot of people are saying that the aliens are trying to help us. They have been for years and years and years. They know how to produce free energy. But our government don't want none of that, because then they won't get money, right? If we have free electricity and free, heating source and everything like that, how is the government going to make money? So, and that's why a lot of, with what they're saying about UFOs and that the government's going to make a fake alien attack, basically, so we start hating aliens more and we'll come together, and support the, kill all aliens type of thing. So, I've done shows on it before and everything. But that's why, some of the aliens, basically, that's why they shut down nuclear missiles. All right, Freaky Geek, hurry back. Why they shut down nuclear missile silos and stuff like that. It's all, hearsay. It's all, conspiracy and stuff like that. You don't know. But it's a lot to look into. It's a lot to look into. So this just measures up that, it can be, the government can do stuff. You know what I mean? We all know that the government can do stuff. Okay, let's see. The next story I have, maybe if I can share it. Share. Thank you. Thank you. Mysterious inscribed cubes found by a magnet fisherman in England. Looking for a new hobby you can pursue during the coronavirus lockdown? One that's fun, easy to start, potentially profitable, and only minimally dangerous? Then it's time to head to your nearest river, creek, or canal with a giant magnet on the monofilament line and try your hand at magnet fishing. Will Reed just did just that recently in River Sow in the South Coventry, England, and caught 60 small lead cubes with mysterious inscriptions all over them. What are they? And what did you say? And since when did lead become magnetic? We are out magnet fishing as our daily activity in lockdown, and we're at a relatively isolated spot. At first, we found keys and pennies and other bits and bobs, and then we looked down and saw what we thought were tiles. Okay, magnet fishing with your two younger sons doesn't sound like social distancing, but they were in the water, so that's kind of okay in certain jurisdictions. Anyway, the answer to the lead is magnetic question is that Reed and his kids picked the lead cubes up with their hands. That's not exactly safe either. Lead is, of course, poisonous, but it's somewhat safer than magnetic fishing with a magnet. Many localities ban it because the magnet could find and set off guns, bombs, and hand grenades. Not sounding like a fun hobby anymore, is it? Hey, Andy. How you doing, hon? Welcome, welcome. I will get them appraised to find out more. I wish they had pictures of them. Find out more about what they are and how much they're worth. I could be sitting on an absolute pool of cash, or they could be worth nothing. But I won't make any decision on what to do with them until I found out more exactly what they are. Okay, that's the big reason why Rita and other fans go magnet fishing. The possibilities of finding old coins, metal relics, and other magnetic objects of value. Reed told Conventry Live that he and his sons found 60 of the mysterious cubes, which could be a big payday if it could find someone who knew what they were. Oh, pictures of the cubes can be seen here. Well, let's see what these cubes look like. I hear you, Andy. I hear you. Oh, those are wild. Those are what? Those look like. View the damn gallery. What do you guys think those are? Is it a game? It's made out of lead, they said. Yeah. Hey, Patrick, how you doing? Welcome. Sorry if I missed you coming in. Well, I know I know they do look Borg cubes, don't they? Yeah, I know they're lead boxes. This is true. This is true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the symbols are. That's. Let me see if I can blow them up a little bit. My computer is not liking me, of course, as normal. I don't think it's going to let me. Maybe. Oh. Go up, Missy. Up. See. My computer is hating me right now. Yeah, it's not going to let me blow it up. Oh. I don't know. There was one that I saw that looked like an old rune. That looks like a rune. Trying to see it closer. It's not helping. That looks like the sign for Mercury. Wouldn't that be cool if they were old tarot dice? I have new tarot dice, but you're a nerd wannabe. It could be, Ron. It could be from Druids. We don't know, Patrick. We don't know. He's trying to figure out, the person that found these is trying to figure that out. He went magnet fishing. In case you didn't hear what happened, he used magnet fishing, and he pulled these up. Well, no, he didn't pull these up with the magnet, obviously, because lead ain't magnetic. But they, like, I guess scraping saw them. I don't know. I can't see the symbols. But I put this in chat so you guys can look. Maybe you guys can. There you go. There's the. There we go. Link to those. I mean, pretty cool though. I would definitely. I mean, they were pretty cool looking, right? I would definitely. I mean, you know. I don't know if I'd like touching them. They're lead. Could be some kind of currency. That's true, Ron. Yeah, Patrick, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's wild. It's very, very wild. I don't know. Okay, so next story I have. Oh, I've touched diesel. I've touched diesel. I've touched, I was a gas station attendant. Do you like that, Ron? They're staring at the moon. And he is. He's staring at the moon. Well, yeah, if you're allergic to it, definitely. But if it gets into the bloodstream, it can kill you. Well, it could make you not so smart. Hey, Eli, how you doing, hon? Welcome, welcome. That's I know because I had a big fight with our city. See how you doing, hon? Sorry I didn't stay last night. They're doing is Eli copycatting you, Cassie? uh, oh yeah. How bad is that? I'm so bad when it comes to this stuff. I swear to God. Um, even it's everything. All my electronics. All my True. The thing with this is I had a big fight with my landlord a long time ago because I did those little blood tests on my apartment, and my daughter Delta. A lot of people are tired this morning, Eli. I felt good. I feel good. I woke up good. Um, my daughter Delta was babe. That's so weird to say. My daughter Delta. Um, my daughter Danielle was just a baby at the time, and all my kids got lead tests, and my two older ones, Ryan and Taylor, were okay. They were, not that great, but they were okay. And Danielle was like 2.8 or 2.9. It was like right there. And nobody would help me because she's 3.0. I mean, my Dan's smart as a whip as it is, but because she wasn't 3.0, nobody would help me get the landlord to repaint. So that was the first and only time I wrote to my congressperson, and they got right on it, and the apartment got painted over and everything. But that was the first time ever I had wrote to my congressperson. And they did a good job. They did a good job. Do you guys see that? Ron's over there in D-Live mooning you all. He's mooning you all. Do you guys see that? All right. So the next story, wrong one, I have for you guys is It's going to flash you. That's what it is. It's going to flash you. Arthur C. Clarke and the Forests of Mars. Perhaps one of the most famous science fiction authors of all time is legendary British writer, inventor, and explorer Sir Arthur Charles Clarke, penning such beloved science fiction classics as 2001: A Space Odyssey, as well as dozens of other books and numerous articles in the fantastical worlds beyond our imagination, as well as winner of the countless writing awards, including the prestigious Hugo and Nebula awards. He is among the most recognizable authors in the genre who has ever lived. Good question. Good question, Andy. So he would go on to become a great undersea explorer as well, and seeker of various world mysteries, famously hosting the classic TV program Arthur C. Clarke's Mysterious World. In addition to writing other pursuits, Clarke also is a visionary thinker and futurist, thinking up such ideas as satellite communications, tablet devices, and other amazing technological innovations well before their times. And his predictions about the future trends were more oftentimes not astoundingly accurate. One area that Clarke really found fascinating was an idea of human colonization, of the planet Mars, as well as the possibility of life there. And some other ideas on the matter of Martian life are very bizarre and unorthodox, to say the least. One of the strangest claims that Clarke made after noticing something he saw very odd in a series of images from NASA's Mars Global Surveyor. This was the mission launched in November of 1996 as part of the large Mars exploration program, and had the aim of mapping out the entire planet as well as identifying good landing sites for rovers and landers on the surface. It would successfully complete its mission in 2001 before suddenly and mysteriously ceasing all transmissions in 2006. During the second extended phase of its mission, before contact with the spacecraft was lost, it had managed to send back realms of data on the planet and its surface. And it was as Clarke examined these that made the observation that some features of the landscape seemed to change with the seasons. What did he think this meant? Why, that there were trees and bushes on Mars. Of course. Clarke would say this: I'm now convinced that Mars is inhabited by a race of demented landscape gardeners. I'm quite serious when I say I have a really good look at these new Mars images. Something is actually moving and changing with the seasons that suggest at least vegetation. The image is so striking that there's no need to say anything about it. It's obviously vegetation to an unbiased eye. And that, of course, is Arthur C. Clarke. In particular, he pointed out several features that he claimed look remarkably like Earth's banyan trees. Yeah, Patrick, I've seen pictures of Mars that shows trees on Mars, or so it seems from orbit. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what he's talking about. In particular, he pointed out several features that he claimed look remarkably like Earth banyan trees, which really did shift with the seasons, and he wasn't joking around either. In fact, mentioning this several times to an audience gathered at the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum for a lecture he was attending remotely from Sri Lanka. It is true that he has very seriously, despite the chuckles and raised eyebrows it provoked from the scientific community, and must be rather remembered that Clarke was no quack or loon, but rather one of the greatest futurists and science thinkers of his time. He would even elaborate further when he was questioned by Popular Science about whether he thought there was animal life up there as well, to which he said, if there's vegetation, it seems probable that there's other life forms as well. By they, skeptics, he meant, are right to be cautious, but we still don't have 100% proof. I think it's in the high 90s. Nothing could be more important than discovery of other life forms. It's getting lonely down here. Who knows, Patrick? I think they're hiding in plain sight. Unfortunately for Clark, who died in 2008, Rover have yet to find any evidence of these banyan trees on Mars, and scientists mostly believe the dark splotches he observed are caused by natural phenomenon, but it goes to show what a planetary researcher blot Mars has become since we first started observing it from afar. From canals on Mars to giant faces, roads, pyramids, cities, and other seemingly artificial structures, as well as forests and spaceships, and even handguns. As our technology has progressed, people have been seeing all manners of strange stuff on the red planet. But most of this has been explained away by distorted perceptions, trick of shadow and light, and our innate desire to see patterns in things. It's a phenomenon known as pareidolia, the same thing that makes us see familiar shape in random clouds, and astronomer Phil Platt has explained this. It's very clear that the human brain are designed to pick out patterns. That's what makes our face recognition. That's how we know Ron from Freaky Geek or my husband from my ex-husband, It's very clear that human brain's designed to pick out pattern. If you can't pick out the tiger hiding in the grass, you're lunch. You don't reproduce. But this is the image of Mars that he said was vegetation. And it does look like trees, I'm not going to lie. Whoops. Welcome back. Welcome back, Andy. You did hear your name, Freaky Geek. You did. I did say it. Regardless, people continue to find numerous anomalies on Mars. Some are difficult to explain away. It could be crystal formations. But this is looking down at Mars. Is that whitecaps? Does Mars have snow? A gas. Well, there is a gas, methane, forming on Mars at certain times in the Martian year that scientists cannot explain. That is true. That's when Martians fart all the time. I mean, that's, maybe white sand. Is there white sand on Mars? I don't know. I've never really studied Mars. Okay, so regardless, people continue to find numerous anomalies on Mars, some of which is difficult to explain away. And as our technology gets better, this is likely to get even more intense. There is a lot of debate on how real some of these anomalies images are, as well as conspiracies that NASA is covering up what it finds on Mars. And although evidence of these fringe theories is scant, it all serves to show just how much fascination the red planet generates for us. So far, we haven't found any concrete proof of life on Mars, but the dream is still very much alive. And as we expand into our solar system, there are sure to be mysteries and possible even life. Author Arthur C. Clarke was very excited about the future prospects of this and said at a panel joined by fellow great thinker Carl Sagan, "We are now in a very interesting historic moment with regard to Mars. I'm not going to make any definite predictions because it would be very foolish to go on a limb, but whatever happens, whatever discoveries are made in our next few days or weeks or months, the frontier of our knowledge is moving inevitably forward or outward." Yeah, Mars has snow caps at the South Pole. Okay. Okay, see? That's why I love you guys. You guys inform me. Um, it has already embraced the moon. We still have a great deal to learn about the moon, and there are many surprises even there, I'm sure. But the frontier is moving on and our viewpoint is changing with it. We're discovering, and this is a big surprise, that the moon and I believe Mars and parts of Mercury, and especially space itself, are essentially benign environments to our technology, not necessary to organic life. Certainly benign as compared to Antarctica or the ocean abyss, where we have already been. This is an idea with which the public still hasn't got yet, but it's a fact. I think the biological frontier may very well move past Mars out to Jupiter, which I think is where the action is. Carl, you've gone on record for saying that Jupiter may be a more hospitable home for the life than any other place, including Earth itself. It would be very exciting if this turns out to be true. I will end by making one prediction. Whether or not there is life on Mars now, there will be by the end of this century. The sightings of frost in northern regions. Okay. Clark would insist to his dying day that there was life on Mars and would not back down from his theories. It doesn't seem that forests described by Arthur C. Clarke actually ever existed at this point, but it's indicative of a longing fascination that the red planet and life beyond our own worlds. As we delve further into the mysteries that Mars and other planets in our own solar system perhaps will uncover new wonders we can only dream of. Maybe our endless exploration will finally turn up the evidence of life we crave, and one can only hope those forests that Clark talked about all those years ago. And I think what's nice about this article is, so he made a mistake that Mars don't have trees, right? He embarked on a lot of mysteries and technology that did come true. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's very cool that they in a day of age where a person can do a million good things and they do one bad thing and that's what everybody harps on. So it's nice for me to hear an article that don't diss somebody for their thoughts or their, you know what I mean? Or their feelings or emotions or anything like that. It's very nice to hear that. Okay. Somebody's cooking breakfast and it smells really freaking good. So, yes, exactly, Andy. Clark did write some amazing stories. Yeah, Tales of the Unexpected series. Yeah. What wasn't you? Did you guys fart? Who farted in my chat? What happened? Oh, it wasn't you that made breakfast. Oh, okay. All right, Andy, I'm coming to your house for breakfast. Bacon and eggs. Oh, yes. True, Patrick. What, Nicole? You've never heard breakfast for dinner? You know what? I might have to do that. I might have to go. Well, who am I kidding? I'll ask Eddie to Eli did fart? Okay. um, maybe get some rice and eggs and bacon. Mm. I all of a sudden got really hungry. So the next thing that I got is talking about what I've talked about before. First contact. Are aliens actually people from the future? What have I said? I've said a couple of times that I think aliens could be us from the future. We're all connected somehow. I mean, that's just my beliefs. I'm not, you know, excuse me. So this one says one of the debates that have hovered around the UFO phenomenon is just what UFOs are. For some, they are experimental aircraft. Okay, maybe they're talking about the government. Some UFOs are government. I truly believe that. For some, they are explained or experimental aircraft being tested by the government. For others, they are alien spaceships from across space. Here, they're on their unscrupulous. Others ideas are that they are interdimensional interlopers, shifting across the bridge between realities from some parallel dimension. Yet, these are not only the ideas out there. And one has been getting more and more attention is that alien beings might not be any of the above, but rather human beings from the future. One of the ideas that has been floated concerning the origins of UFOs and alien encounters is that they are not aliens from another planet or dimension at all, but they are rather us. The idea here basically boils down to the notion that these entities are human from the future. Perhaps it's far in the future that we have evolved, yeah, evolved past being superficially recognized as such. One of the main people in the recent years behind this theory is Michael Masters, a professor of biological anthropology at Montana Technological University, who has been fascinated with UFOs ever since his father had an encounter with one when he was just a child. Over the course of his career as the anthropologist, he has sought real scientific inquiry into the UFO phenomenon and cultivating his book in the matter identified flying objects, a multidisciplinary science approach to the UFO phenomenon. That's true, Andy. They could be original inhabitants of the Earth from the past. Everyone seems to think aliens is either from the future, interdimensional being, or space travel. However, we are the only place who really don't fit on this planet. That's true. Ooh, leftover spaghetti. That even sounds good, Cassie. Yeah, we don't know. One area Masters has seen in particular intriguing in this idea is that aliens might be human beings from far in the future, and he uses his knowledge of human evolution to help support his claim. In many reports of aliens, we have had what are called ufology, the Greys, perhaps the most commonly encountered type of entity, these being usually described as thin, bipedal, and hairless with enlarged craniums, small mouths and jaws, tiny noses, and very large eyes. All very humanoid considering that they have traveled from another planet to seems unlikely with why they would resemble us so closely. Because those are bots from the United States government. Well, everyone's government. I shouldn't say United States. But that's just my opinion. Masters and others who subscribe to his theory believe that this appearance is more in keeping with trends and patterns of human evolution throughout our history on the planet. Indeed, looking in the expected path of a human evolution in the future, it is predicted that we will develop hairlessness, larger heads for more brain space, smaller mouths, and many other features of the so-called aliens. As a matter of fact, if we were to look at those prediction trends and fast forward an image of modern human to simulate these changes, ones will come up that one at some point with a being that looks very much like a gray that are seen in UFOs. It does seem to make sense. After all, it seems more likely that we would evolve to look like them than a complete alien species from another world to evolve to look like us. Let me scroll up to see. I can't do it. Someone once told me that dinosaurs were aliens. Hey, you never know. Nice, Andy. Yeah, because the hands, yeah. But what's weird about the hands, right, is supposedly, I guess, the UFO that crashed at Roswell. That was me, Ron. I started talking slowly. I'm sorry. That crashed at Roswell apparently had the hand plate. Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say the hand plate? The hand, I don't know. It's how they steered the ships, apparently. But that had 6 fingers on it. A thumb and 5 fingers. So, I don't know why their hands are different. They're freaky geek. Or we just evolve. Is that why you killed the dinosaurs, Nicole, with your farts? Hey, Fallen, how you doing, hon? Welcome, welcome. So yeah, at the same time to say that we are evolving into this form, our technology would make leaps and bounds as well, possibly leading to the ability to travel through time at some point. And these are fantastical machines and alien physical appearance. It would be only natural for humans to come to the conclusion that we are seeing extraterrestrials rather than time travelers. Good to hear, Fallen. Good to hear. Or was it an accident which caused us to de-evolve? That's good. Yeah, good question, Andy. Very good question. It definitely could be. You know, you don't know, you know? That was an oxymoron, I know. You never know, you know? So if we continue to evolve the same way we have over the 6 to 7 million years since we first started walking upright, the upper part of our skull and brains continue to increase in the size and get more rounded. It is the same dominant trend continues to the future. We are likely to look very much like what is commonly described in UFO reports. The book ties together those known aspects of our evolved evolutionary history that what is still is unproven, unverified aspect of UFOs and aliens. We know we're here. We know humans exist. We know that we've had a long evolutionary history on this planet, and we know our technology is going to get more advanced in the future. I think the simplest explanation initially is that it's us. I'm just trying to offer what is likely the most parsimonious explanation. I think the simplest explanation is it is us. Let's see, let me scroll back here. If you ever watched The Time Machine, in the future man has both evolved and de-evolved. True. Nicole wants a time machine, Andy. To think that we are the only intelligent species to have evolved on Earth is crazy. That's true, Patrick. Welcome back, Freaky Geek. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Patrick. Nicole's got her 2 doggies, so there you go. See? Um, well, what we do for a moment assumes that aliens are actually us from the future and UFOs their craft, then why would they be coming here at this time in the first place? The answer is to that question could go a number of ways. Perhaps they're just here to study us or investigate times in history. Like, yeah, who wouldn't want to go back and study the dinosaurs? I would. Maybe that's just what they're doing. You know what I mean? Or what we're doing at this point in time. Maybe they're just here as tourists of sorts. That's what I need is more tourists. Just observing the past. Master said of his own thoughts on this matter. The alleged abduction accounts are yeah, that I don't get. If we're us, why are we looking back at? Of course, I'm sure some people would see how the dinosaurs worked. Yeah, okay. I answered my own question. Sorry, guys. The alleged abduction accounts are more scientifically in nature. It's probably future anthropologists, historians, linguists that are coming back to get information in a way that we currently can't without access to that technology. Perhaps this is my bias in paleontologist. I know I said that wrong, but you know what I mean, hopefully. But I think they're studying their own past. There could also be a tourism component. That's what it is. It's Elon Musk in the future bringing us on tours. Undoubtedly, in the future, there are those that will pay a lot of money to have the opportunity to go back and observe their favorite period in history. Some of the most popular tourist sites are the pyramids of Giza and Machu Picchu in Peru, old and prehistoric sites. Masters even goes as far as to speculate that they are time travelers rather than spacefaring aliens. Could explain why they mostly keep to themselves and not have announced their presence. After all, doing so would possibly cause disruption of timeline and make things complicated, he explained of this. Okay, Nicole, hurry back. If they come all this way through space, why not introduce themselves after such a long journey? With time, it makes more sense because of the complications which would arrive from interjecting yourself into the past. This doesn't change the past, you become part of the past. There's nothing which forbids the interaction, so it's not as if we'd come to the contact with our future selves and explode. It just complicates things. Or it's like our doppelgangers, and it'll kill us. There's certainly still missing pieces of the puzzle. There are aspects of time that we don't yet understand. Wanted is a theory of quantum gravity, and we can meld general relativity and quantum mechanics. I'm just trying to put forth the best model I can based on current scientific knowledge. Hopefully, over time, we continue to build on this. Exactly, Patrick. Yeah, being former military, I've seen things that others, or see things other than ghosts that I cannot explain. I know we are not alone because I have seen them. Exactly, and people have seen them. And, there's no doubt. I mean, I don't doubt that people have, had these experiences. They're seeing something, right? Just like Patrick said, he's seen stuff, you know, and that's the thing. I mean, my biggest thing is does the government know? Does the government know what's going on? That's what I want to know. You know me. It's all about the government. That's lovely. Apparently, I have a hole in my lip. That's beautiful. Right, Tamara, the overanalyzing your past can affect your future. I think, well, I don't know. I do a lot of shadow work, so I'm always affecting my, um, right, Freaky Geek, the government is always too busy denying it stuff to know. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I tend to work with a lot of my shadow work, which is is working with my past self. Um, so I think it would only, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they're definitely, I agree, Patrick. They know more than they're letting on. I definitely agree with that. 16 candles. I know that's not the song, but I just yeah. I don't know. There's so much you can put into it and so much that you what it could be. What it could be. And I mean, it's hard because there's so much speculation. You know what I mean? That's why I always say trust your gut. Trust your no, I'm not singing a song, Nicole. Am I froze? Yes, I am froze to myself. I don't know if I was froze to you guys. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's so much speculation that it's so hard to interpret it. Yeah, I can't even talk to, not even when I'm reading, I can't even talk what I'm thinking. Um, interpret into, you know, okay, good, good. But yeah, just, that's why I always say, like I said, I read these different stories and I go with my gut. I'm taking things in. We're all taking things in as we hear different things. And, we go with what relates to us, right? At least I do. Um, if it relates to me, then most likely, right? I don't, very rarely do I talk in my sleep. I'm lucky about that. Eddie, he talks in his sleep. He tells people off in his sleep. Oh, thank you, Freaky Geek. The last story I think I'm going to do for today is, hold on one sec. As soon as my computer lets me, we'll get there. So far, I mean, Restream's doing a good job. I haven't froze or anything, right? If I don't have to pay for another service, I like that. Cool, cool, Cassie. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, but the only thing is I'm gonna have to, when they share the screen, I'd like the audio. That's the only thing stopping me from going full fledged to that. And I'll email them and see what's going on with that, and hopefully. If you have ancient cities under the oceans that can't be explained and ruins that no one knows who built them, and they were carved and put together precisely. Exactly, Patrick. We just don't know. You tried to share D-Live and got a box with words, but no option as to where to share. Really? That's weird. Let's see. Oh, I gotta wait till it. It should. Oh, crap. Wait. Let me pause this. Yeah. What it is Freaky Geek, you'd hit the word copy and then press the Facebook, Twitch, or Reddit, or not Reddit, Discord, if that makes sense. Oh, maybe it just didn't come up for you then. I don't know. Hon. I'm sorry. All right, so the last thing that I'm going to share with you today, bizarre and eerie cases of lost time and dimensional rifts in forests. Oh, I didn't share the last post. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't share the last link of where. The forests and woodlands of our world have always held an allure for us and have been the wellsprings of countless legends and myths over the centuries. Here within these darkened stands of trees are often seem to be a world beyond us, which is just scratching at the surface of all of our senses. There is a sense that something lies beyond it all, thrumming in the background past our understanding, and that looking out those vistas, we're at the cusp of understanding something that dangles past in the that. On some occasions, it seems that some people have made a strange connection with the wilds, phasing through the tenuous, unseen veil into some place beyond what we normally see, and often coming back with some various bizarre stories to tell. Here, we will look at instances of people seemingly travel through the worlds within the forest. Have any of you guys had that experience? We've talked about it before, I know, but it's just so cool. Traveling through the worlds of the forest, whisked off to another realm to come back with odd tales of missing time, portals, alien landscapes, and other weirdness. Our first report comes from Reddit poster called Raven Mysteries 1331, who claimed that her and her husband came to what can only be described as some sort of portal out of the woods. The location is unspecified, but she says that they were out camping in a place called Deep Creek Campgrounds, where there was a dim tunnel through a hill that was supposedly haunted. Thinking it might be cool to go check it out, because I definitely would have, they made their way to the tunnel one evening, not really thinking or taking it seriously, and they just went in as all, it was a good time, but just a bit spooky. Things got unusual when they began walking through the murk and just didn't seem to be able to reach the end. It was taking an inordinate amount of time to make progress through the darkness. A 10-minute walk turned into 30 with no end in sight. Then things would happen very bizarre, and witness describes what happened next. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Freaky. I'm sorry. And thank you for... we were really not panicked, but we were not out of the damn tunnel. We're filming and realizing that the timestamp on the camera kept changing. The phone is fairly useless, but keeps showing weird times and notifications. Finally, we reach the end, and I decided there's no way I'm going back through. Here's our second mistake. Oh my God. Yep, you got me. Thank you, Patrick, for the follow. I just jumped a mile. Oh, I just jumped a mile. That's so funny. Why? Yeah, Cassie, why don't you have a wrench? You've been my mod for a long time. That's weird. Yeah, I did jump. I jumped big time. Okay, we'll do that. We'll blame it on him. I know I have you on the list, Cassie, so I don't understand why you weren't a mod. Why you weren't showing up a mod. That's weird. Okay, anyway, so back to the story. On my list, you're on my at the end of the stream where I thank all my mods. So I don't know. You were blue before. I don't know what happened. Okay. So finally we reached the end, and I decided there's no way I'm going back through. Here's our second mistake. There's a trail going across the tunnel. My husband wants to go back through. There's a trail going across the tunnel. My husband wants to go back through, then meet us while I and our daughter go over the top and wait. At the top, the trail ends, which is unusual, but not a big deal, as I can see the trail we came up, and my husband will be coming up shortly. I take pictures, full panoramas, everything. Never out of sight of the trail. Husband shows up, and we start looking around for the next trail or any trail. Never going more than 100 feet in any direction solo, while one of us stands near the trail. We decided we can't find it. Well, we'll head back down the trail. The trail that is now not where it was. But that's okay, because I took pictures of some unusual trees and things, so I used them as a marker. I open up the pictures, and all of them are time-stamped wrong. The images are different. The entire skyline, 100 feet away, mountains, etc., it's all completely different. And now we start to get worried. We're looking for nearly 3 hours how to get down, how to find the trail back, but nothing. Finally, we realize we're fairly screwed and start planning what we're going to do. And in which point, the glitchy phone gets a phone call, and I realize it works. We call 911, who puts us through to a ranger rescue team. They find us maybe an hour later from a mere feet from the trail and 0.1 entire miles from the tunnel. At this point, we go on our merry way and decide we will never hike again, which we probably will, because, well, why not? What happened here? Did these people get pulled into sort of a parallel dimension? Perhaps one that planned to keep them? Similarly, we have a story of Leo Lennon is 21 on Missing 411 forum, who says his own admission that he was missing 411 in woods of North Carolina in the United States. At the time, he was in the mountains doing field work for a geology assignment for college, looking for rock formations. I've read this story before. Do you guys remember this? Where he, if you remember it, I won't read it again, but if you want me to, I will. I believe that's the one. I love missing time stories. I absolutely love them. You've not heard it? Okay. So he was 411, missing 411 in the woods in North Carolina in the United States. At the time, he went to the mountains doing field work for a geology assignment at college, looking at rock formations and taking samples. He was with a group of 30 or so others, and they decided to hike down a well-defined trail that started off in the Blue Ridge Parkway. And it would take them about 45 minutes to hike up to the summit. They made it to the top without incident, but on the way back, something strange would happen to the witness. At one point, he stopped to tie his boot, and he told the others he was with to continue on, that he would catch up with him shortly. Yet, what would normally be a mundane activity would turn into a journey into bizarreness. He explains of what happened. The point where I stopped to tie my boot was at the bottom of the switchback that ran about 20 feet. Vertically up the slope, getting narrower as you approach the top of the section of the trail. I was facing the direction of the group was heading and had direct visibility for about 200 feet, while the trail behind me was just off to the right of my vision, about 5 feet up the slope. I had stopped right at the corner of the last turn coming down and stepped inside of the turn to keep the trail clear for people I could see coming up the trail, the direction of my group, and down the trail, the direction we were headed. So they were going down. When I knelt down, I told the guys that I was with, I'd catch up with them after tying my boot. The people coming up the slope were about 200 feet ahead of me, walking in my direction, but still coming around the turn at the end of the straightaway. Up the hill and off to my side, but technically behind me on the trail. About 10 linear feet away was another 2 to 3 people coming down the trail as well. About 2 turns up the switchback. I did my business and then stood up. I'm going to make a note here and emphasize. I did not change the direction I was facing at any point until I stood up. When I stood up, I noticed a couple things. The very obvious trail was gone and replaced with grass, falling branches, and brush. And more eerily, there was no people ahead of me or beside me. There was no switchback going uphill. It was all vaguely level through, though uneven. And there was no sound. No birds, no winds, no squirrels, no forest noises. This was very odd, but I, at first, chalked it up to possibly turning when I stood up without realizing it. And then it happened, the sensation. The sensation that I was being watched, that something was coming towards me. I started to panic and looking around more fervently to my bearings, but nothing looked familiar. The feeling of being watched grew into a feeling that whatever was watching me wished to cause me harm and was radiating extreme feelings of hate, violence, and general evil towards me. And the sensation that it was approaching grew, as if it had gone from creeping along to slowly walking to full-on running. Not knowing what else to do, I took off the fastest sprint my terrified body could muster up in the direction, all while racking my brain to figure out what the hell just happened. Eventually, I busted out of the tree line and into the trail right in the middle of my group of classmates. Of particular note was that they were now within 30 feet of the trailhead, and you could clearly see the highway and the parking lot on the opposite side of it. Like I said, this was another 20 to 25 minutes down the trail from where I stopped to tie my shoes. But this whole experience seemed to take no more than 5 minutes in total. Everyone asked what happened, and I merely stated that I lost the trail after tripping and thought I was lost. I didn't know how else to explain or describe what had happened, but I still don't know what it was. To this day, I won't go into the woods by myself, not even past the tree line on my parents' land, despite the view of the house and the neighbors' houses. crazy. Really, Patrick? Yeah. I mean, I absolutely love stories of that. I hate that people went through that. You know what I mean? I really hate that people go through that because, yeah, I bet you were surprised. That's wild. That was 61 years ago now. Yeah. It's crazy stuff, hearing that stuff. It's like, I can't imagine going through it. Do you know what I mean? I can't imagine going through it. And of course, there's other stories to go with that as well. But we're going to end that today as it is noon. And I get to go do some work at work. But I hope you guys all enjoyed today's show. It's been a good show. A couple stories here and there, you know. I just got deja vu. I seriously just got deja vu. I don't know why. Odd, when I have my nature's little helpers, time extends for me. Really, Andy? Or are you joking around? I believe it too, Patrick, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of times where, and I did that, I told you guys last year when I went out, I'll never forget it because I remember looking at the clock and it was 3:30. Now, could I have read the clock wrong? I could have, but I'm telling you, I remember distinctly looking at the clock on the microwave at 3:30, walked up the stairs, was sitting outside having a cigarette with Eddie, and something was mentioned about the time, and he's like, well, it's 5:30, and I'm like, no, it's not, it's 3:30. He's like, no, it's 5:30, and he took out his phone and he showed me that it was 5:30, and I'm like, no, I just, like, where the hell did what happened? Right, Andy? I've been there too. Oh, really, Nicole? That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, deja vu, I don't like the feeling of deja vu. N- More so now because I try to figure out what I'm deja vuing about. Yeah, I distinctly remember looking at the clock and seeing 3:30. Like I said, could I have read it wrong? Sure could have. Sure could have. But I swear, I mean, it's something, it was profound to me. Do you know what I mean? Like something hit me internally that said, no, you didn't read it. Like something keeps telling me, you didn't read it wrong. Right, Andy? Yeah, stuff like that too, Nicole. Yeah, when you go to some places and you have, eh, you just know how to get through things and you don't know. It's like you've never been there before. It's like you've never been there before. It's crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up. Let me grab it. Go ahead and pull down my credits. I hope you all have a great weekend. I'm going to probably, I don't know. I say I'm going to go live and then I never do. I might go live and do some music streams, but I'm not sure. So, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed today's show. I hope you all take care and be safe. I hope you have a great weekend. If I don't see you around, have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday for Monday Musings. Until then, take care, everybody. Be safe. Love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. And I will see you Monday for Paranormal Talk. Monday Musings. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great weekend. Remember, if you didn't catch the live show, it's on my podcast everywhere that you can listen to your favorite podcast under the same name, Shadows of the Moon. Someday I will figure this all out and sorry, I hit the mic. I will be sharing it out and going live on my podcast as soon as I find out the stupid audio stuff. Take care, everyone. Be safe. Thank you all for hanging with me. Love you guys.